Yo, it's like 10 minutes from 2025, but I was going through my YouTube on my laptop. I've been doing some music stuff and I saw like the thumbnail for Sakurajima, like for this camera specifically on my recommended, and it was like down several. In fact, I can just even pull up, I think. Yeah, okay, it's still. So this is I was doing this, like I was just going through my, clearly it just had some kind of eruption. And as I'm going down on, oh, hold on. The okay. So basically I was just like, on my laptop here, and I've just been doing music stuff. Like I went through Beatport and I added a bunch of new stuff, and I had prior to that added more, just done like move stuff into the right playlist or in a playlist. And I've gotten to the part in my library where I'm just past when I made this Simi Hayes Part 1 mix. Simi Hayes 2.0 Part 1. And so I'm going down and I'm just taking a little break for a few minutes. And, I'm just like looking at what's going on, and you can see all the different things. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, there's nothing really that interesting. I mean, there might be stuff that I could watch, but nothing that like I would rather do that. Like I just still do music stuff right now, or I could get on X for a moment and kind of do some stuff there or whatever. And as soon as I looked at this this camera, I didn't hover over it or anything. My right arm, I felt something in my bicep, like twitch, but it felt like a rippled twitch. It was like blah, 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 blah. Like twitch, 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 twitch. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like it wasn't just one twitch. It was like multiple. And I was like, does that mean that something just happened at Sakurajima? And so I just, because I already have the tab open on this computer, right? And so I go to it, and sure enough, there's this pretty large. I mean, not it's not insanely large, but it's not a tiny. It's not tiny, and like, it's going more kind of upwards. I think the other camera is either like on the where the like towards the direction that I'm taking the mouse right now. Um, which is why it and the gas. I mean the ash is blowing away from Kagoshima, or this part of Kagoshima city. And normally it actually blows towards kind of, well, sometimes it blows this way, but a lot of times I feel like it blows towards this camera that we're looking at right here. But I mean, it just, that should give you an indication. Like, I'm not someone to just say some shit that hasn't happened. I promise you that that is exactly what transpired that like made me look at this. That should also again tell you like I'm probably connected enough to the volcanoes and stuff to where if the right side of my body twitches and I like go and look and there's a an eruption has just occurred, you know what I mean? Then it's probably like, has eruption have there been eruptions all day? No. Maybe no, it's just been a little poofs here, but I didn't even know that. I wasn't looking at it today. Actually, I did see on Twitter or X or whatever that there was something, but it didn't look that big, so I didn't even bother putting it on. This happened about 10 minutes ago. How long have I been recording this? So it was like 5 minutes after I recorded. You know what I mean? And it's the reason I even went to go look is it wasn't like a normal. It didn't feel like my arm, like a normal twitch in my arm. It felt like that was, it made me think like That was weird. You know what I mean? Like weird enough that I should just check. I should check maybe something's happened. And sure enough, something happened. That's why I'm like, I just, again, I feel validated, but or vindicated. You know what I mean? Um. Anyway, so it's New Year's and people are setting off fireworks. I can hear the fireworks outside. I could, if I turn this on. Also, I came today. I've had some pretty powerful kind of like revelation stuff in my head, like things that I guess I've revealed to myself because I probably already knew if I was to some degree. But hold on, let's see if you can hear this. I think you can hear it. Oops. I think you can hear it because clearly I can see the mic reacting. It was strange yesterday when I saw like one random firework shot up in front of Lakewood Church, but you can see a bunch of fireworks going off in this part of town. And kind of behind downtown. For a Tuesday, it's pretty bumping. So it's like there's a lot going on. I can tell. And got some natural fireworks. I mean, Kilauea has been going like it has definitely picked up. It's picked up today. It has been just going insane. In fact, the crater has opened up even more, and some of the fountains have been pretty high. Um, the air conditioner is on, so that's going on. But I mean, you can definitely hear. I can see the levels reacting, so I know that you can hear even this stuff out the window. I can even when the window's closed, you can hear it. So we're like 2 minutes from 2 minutes from the new year. So I'm just gonna. I guess I'll record what it is. All right, we got about 30 seconds, and this is just the natural fireworks that we're getting to see. I'll switch between the. Well, you're seeing the cameras on the other thing, so I'll just watch Kilauea natural fireworks. Five, four, three, two, one. Hey, Happy New Year! It's 2025. I think this is going to be a wild year, just on the basis of what's going on in my reality currently. And the west side of town is really putting on a show there. And then that sounded like gunshots. I don't put it past people. Honestly, I'm thankful for another year alive. Oh, here. I didn't have it live, so man, I mean, you can really see some of the fireworks going off now. I think every year it gets more prevalent because I think the police care less. First of all, more people are doing it, so it's like hard to police it. But Houston's not really like so dry this time of year that you're gonna light the city on fire. And I mean, they do it in LA, which is dry as shit. So I mean, it's like it's not like I just think it's like it's difficult when so many people are doing it. Um, Not that I care. I mean, as long as people aren't getting hurt, I'm not really stressing. It's like people going out to the club. This is a club here, Noto Houston, or Noto Houston, Nato Houston, whatever. And in any instance, uh, in OTO Houston. Well, oh, hold on. I don't. Maybe this isn't even representative. Maybe this is a bit slower than I realized. Like the timestamp, it hasn't hit midnight on this camera, so maybe here in a moment. I don't know if the timestamps are off because the timestamp could be off, and it could have already. It could be like, this the video could actually be from like currently or maybe 30 seconds ago, and the the timestamps off. I don't know. So I guess we're about to see. What I see going on there is not so different than what I see going on. One of those, even like the sound of it was like almost perfectly, like the sound of one of the things that went off, it would almost like perfectly match what was going on the screen. So maybe it is. But probably not. the area right in front of the camera is not really a high, like a super high density residential. I mean, there's a lot of apartments and stuff here that are like, not super luxury but not super cheap. So it's like, I don't know. I do think this area by the Galleria and Memorial and Uptown and stuff, you have a lot more people shooting off fireworks, I would assume. Like same thing here. It's a lot of townhomes, and I don't know. I'm kind of surprised people aren't like shooting stuff off in front of the train tracks here. But cool. Um, well, all right. That's gonna be it. Oh, hold on. This camera's looking around, so I might as well let's see what's going on. It's doing its scan, and we're probably gonna see a lot more fireworks, I would guess, because it's about to look in a direction. Yeah. See, there you go. There's a lot more fireworks in that direction, and there's a lot more fireworks. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I would expect a lot less actually downtown because there's just not as many people that live downtown, and there would be more police around downtown, and people would probably like it would probably be more of an issue. But like I'm saying, around the residential neighborhoods, there's just it's like it sounds like it's coming from everywhere. I'm like probably there's people shooting them up in our neighborhood too. Obviously, you can hear the siren, but I don't think personally, I don't think it's a big deal. But you don't want people to get hurt doing it. But I mean, you can't really like people are going to be doing it. Is what I'm trying to get at. So just try to encourage safety and this what's going on right there actually might be something put on by the city or by like some organization like uh, this might be the post office post HTX because this is like right in that area where where they converted the post office downtown to like this food entertainment kind of area. I could believe it, and because there's a rooftop, and probably this is like the fireworks would be right in front of the rooftop, so that would actually be pretty cool to go see the show there. But anyway, I don't really want this video to be that long. I do think the initial fireworks was Sakurajima going off, and like my muscle, like my right arm, seemingly indicating it to me. I mean, that was just like it's more of the same. That's not how the lightning stuff works in the sense of my right arm. Like I don't get a muscle twitch, but I don't think it's that different. It clearly has something to do with the right side of my body. So okay, I'm gonna end this here. Cool show. Actually, we'll give it like 10 more seconds or something. We'll say 5 minutes worth of this show. Okay, that was gunshots. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, okay, I'm done. So, Happy New Year. Hold on. Okay. Happy New Year. I'll post this video up, just because content or something. You know what I mean? Like, I do think the thing that I'm talking about with my right arm. I mean, what? Like, it's not as if this isn't. There isn't a precedent for it. I mean, you go look at the YoTV thing. There's plenty of examples of just like you know earthquake, volcano stuff. I get really angry or whatever. There's a volcanic reaction. Uh, Whatever. You get what I'm saying? So just par for the course here, or more of like hey, it's just more. And what I've been saying is like, I definitely think that the AI takes what I'm saying pretty seriously and recognizes that I'm not um, trying to game it, or in the least it maybe it trusts my perception to like a greater degree than other people. I don't know. But happy New Year. I think this is gonna be a like like I said, June 19th is my birthday, so like the next half a year, I think is going to be a wild ride because it corresponds with what here. I'll even pull it up on here, but like so we're about February 7th, 2018. February 5th, I reposted this one a couple days ago. This will be at midnight tonight. Lightning strikes Capitol. I heard my computer's chugging along. I heard there was a I heard there was a tornado um, south of Washington D.C. and I could tell you like massive lightning strike, U.S. Capitol struck by lightning. One of the things is that in my story and pictures last night, I pointed out that I think that like Benjamin Netanyahu, like is Mr. Beast Benjamin Netanyahu and Stephanie Justin's kid or something, and Stephanie Justin like had him or like had her eggs taken when she was 10, and then maybe today I've learned that or I like came to more conscious awareness. Oh, I think someone did something like that to me, and I don't think Anja was my firstborn. Um, so that would probably be a reason as to the tornadic activity and lightning striking the Capitol. But I guess I could be wrong. There's other stuff that went on in my story and pictures last night, but you know, I'm gonna suggest that that could have something to do with it, and also just more of the same with Alessandra Ambrosio and all the whatever bullshit she's on. So just like Alessandra and Anja Ambrosio and the whole Ambrosio family and whatever, and like you know, are are the Frankie B. Stark and Christian Stark, are those my kids? Like actually, at this point, it's hard to tell with me because, and then, are those my first kids? I mean, if that's the case, I like when was the earliest I could have kids, and that was probably when they started doing this to me. I don't even know. I can't. I can kind of think as to what might have happened, but I can, it's difficult. And in any instance, I think we're getting to the point. But I will say this one more thing: we're one day away from what? One day, 2 days away from this being the thing and Kilauea here, right? Does it say anything about Pele? They wanted to in 2018. They were talking about Pele being the Pele is a Hawaiian goddess figure of like volcanoes or something. But I don't. I could tell you what I think it comes from, just like I think the word kahuna comes from the Bible word kohanim, or kohen, kohena. But whatever. Well, this is not the video for that. I am gonna end this video here, but you know, I think 2025 is going to be fucking wild. And the first 6 months, and then I think the next 6 months, I'm not kidding, could be. I mean, I like every day. I think we're getting closer to the biblical tribulation period, or the 1260 days where there's two witnesses in Jerusalem that or it says in the city in which the Lord was crucified. I think um, the I'm gonna guess that's Jerusalem, but I mean, I guess it could be one of the other mega cities around the world, or something. I just it could be here. I mean, if I'm the guy on the throne of Yahweh and they did some shit like this to me when I was a kid, then yeah, yeah, probably. I mean, it could be here too. So, and there's two witnesses that can, fire can destroy their enemies and blah 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 blah. So, I don't think we're that far from that. And like I said, I think the next 6 months crazy because it lines up with what it lines up with. And yeah, this is gonna be a wild ride. So buckle up. I actually think a lot of people are gonna have difficulties buckling up because they haven't spent the past however they've spent the past however long being assholes and like bullshitting, and so like this next period is not gonna be easy. If you've spent it like doing the right thing and like getting your shit in order, I don't think it'll be as difficult. But yeah, I think this is going to be quite a wild ride. And I guess this will just be a 30-minute video. But one of my points with all this, with the volcano stuff, is almost exactly 2,520 days ago is when Kilauea like had its major eruption in 2018, along with Fuego volcano also had its major eruption. Not very like in pretty quick succession, and it seemed like and it killed some people and with Fuego, and it was just a lot of upheaval going on and like earth upheaval and stuff like that. And it was when my life was going through upheaval and like fake charges were put on me and bullshit was happening when they knew, what kind of evil rapey thing was going on to me and they still did it. And that's why I think, they probably have cancer and are going to die this year or something like that. But, whatever, maybe they get to see more of the show and then that happens. But I do think a lot of these people that have participated, it's not looking good for you guys at all. I mean, it's looking like this is the end of the world for you. So, anyway, all right. Well, 1 minute left. Like, I'll just say this. I hope Yahweh takes action this year and really rights a lot of wrongs that have happened to my family and I. And that the people who've been harassing me and persecuting me and causing and like trying to oppress me and cause me problems and hurt me, um, I'm praying that Yahweh and I'm manifesting personally that this is their end and that you know it is a permanent end. So cool. All right, and for those on my side doing the right thing, hopefully this is a great blessed year for us. But anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Have a blessed have a blessed one. Catch you next time. Later. Yeah.